Hi, how are we doing today? My name is Coach Michael Derry. I'm out here, the defensive coordinator out here in Fairborn High School. Today I'm going to talk about how to defend the triple option. Why this defense? Quite frankly, our big rival is Xenia, and it's the game that our kids cared the most about going into this year. And really last year, my first year, beat Xenia was one of our goals for the season, and as you can see, we did not do a very good job. We lost 42-0. It could have been 252-0. We had no business in that game, and it was quite embarrassing. So, quite frankly, I knew I needed to do something different. I was an advocate of not really tweaking my defense too much, just rolling with it, playing a 5-2 and just playing with it, and it got exposed pretty bad. And the next year when we look into this defense, with the help of Roy Toby and who we got it for, and honestly, John Puckett in Centerville, we were able to come up with a defense that gave up 7 defensive points. Granted, we gave up 16 total. We're not going to go into logistics of that dismantling of how we gave up 7 points. It'll get discussed later, maybe even a blooper at the end. I'll show you the video of how we gave up our first 7. But really, it was a world of difference in terms of score. 2 years in a row, total just scored was like 84-0 in 2018 and 19. And so to be able to flip the switch like this was, program changing, as I call it. And it was a blessing. And I'm a big advocate of what we do. Just kind of a key stats of what we did in 2019. Xenia had basically 1 turnover. They rushed the ball 42 times for 245 yards, 6 yards per carry, which was quite horrendous. 6 yards per carry, and really why it wasn't bigger is because they had a lot of short fields. Obviously, the time of possession is way off, but I would say they dominated the clock about 80%. It was awful, miserable, and we knew we had to be better. So in 2020, they went from 42 yards to 245 rushes to 39 carries for 100 yards and 2.6 yards per carry. We absolutely just dominated them. They had 4 turnovers. They couldn't get any rhythm offensively. It was absolutely a blast to watch. Watching our kids get into it, it was unbelievable. So, the difference was just unreal, and I'm excited to talk about what we did, and hopefully it helps. Just obviously, to kind of give a broader understanding of my terminology, our alignment, when we talk about it, anytime it's even numbered, 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8, they were obviously head up. So 0 center, 2 guard, 4, 6, so on and so forth. Odd numbers were outside, shade, and then anything I inside. So I know a lot of people use that terminology, but some don't. I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page. Gaps 101, obviously, A, B, C, D. I just want to make sure we're all on the same boat, okay? We're going to talk about what is the flexbone, okay? Simple enough, the flexbone it's an offense that really is exclusively 30 and 31 personnel. They have ability to go unbalanced, tackle over, and some twins looks. Very similar to looks of the wing T, especially formations. But really, the biggest fundamental difference is instead of blocking them, you read them, which kind of puts you at a number disadvantage by default. And you got to account for that. Since they're reading you, they're getting more bodies on your linebackers, and you got to account for that. And that's something that I really had to look into and study in the offseason. So here it is. We're getting ready to play a triple option team on Saturday. The first thing I look for is the quarterback right or left-handed. You obviously want to put your best players to the quarterback's strong hand. So if he's a right-handed quarterback, you're going to put to your left side as a defensive perspective. And then I'm going to find out who's their best offensive lineman and do they run to him. What's their identity? Do they want to be 30 personnel or 31 personnel? The previous year, they were a big 31 personnel team that had a lot of dudes. They just kind of wanted to run it down your throat. I said, you got to make them a plan to go away from where they're comfortable. So I went 31 personnel. They went from 31 personnel this year to 30 personnel. And that's what I wanted them to do. I wanted to spread them out, and we could keep guys in the box, and we had a numbers advantage. So here's our defense explained. I think the first thing, you got to take your two best athletes, and they're going to be calling what we call the free hitter. It's a crucial person, and then you're going to set your best linebackers, D-line, to this quarterback's strong hand. Obviously, we were blessed enough to have enough playable defensive linemen. You got to have to rotate them a ton. So you just got to have D-line. If you don't have any D-line men, you're at a small school, that's fine. I have a great D that I'll show you that we use quite a bit that requires only 3 defensive linemen. So we're going to get kind of into logistics here. Our first base defense, what we called a Hawk. And we had a Hawk big, which was 31 personnel, and a Hawk small, which was 30 personnel, okay? This essentially kept everyone in the same alignment, and everything was the same. I said the only thing that switched was if it was 31 personnel, we took the corner out and put another D lineman on the tight end. If they took the tight end out and put a wide receiver on, then we took our D lineman out and put a corner on the wide receiver. We matched numbers with numbers. I said, and the second defense was Eagle, and that's basically a 5-3. So now we talk about what Hawk Small, what our personnel is. 4 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers, 2 corners, and 1 free hitter. It's a good 4-4, okay? So here's what the base 4-4 looks like. We wanted our outside linebackers at 5 yards to kind of make sure they really understand what the wing is trying to do. If he's trying to jam on him, make sure he doesn't get a free release for a pass, or now he sees that he's trying to block him. Some adjustments we had with Hawk Small. If a team was running midline, we would just stem strong. Or anytime I felt like they were running away from the strength, we just did stem weak. All it was is just tell our 2-eye player. So obviously, our alignment would linebacker would just call a stem line. We call it the ram and line for right and left. So this would be stem line. It tells our nose to get out of a 2-eye on the right and stem to the left. This would be stem ram. And it was just the weak away from the quarterback strong hand with their balance. So obviously, your Mike and Will, their alignment is a 40 alignment, which is head up on the tackles. Your Hawk and Sam, which were our outside linebackers, they're 5x3 off the wing back, okay? Anytime you got caught, and this is going to happen, anytime you got caught in Hawk big or Hawk small, so in this instance, we're in Hawk small, and they put a tight end in the game, and we're too late, the cornerback just reduces down his front to the Y. It's simple as that. Corner still loose man, inside leverage, and the cornerback just knew he had first immediate threat. So whether that be if he's the read key for dive, he just tackled the dive. If he's the quarterback, just tackle the quarterback. It was an easy adjustment. You just got to make sure you put it in. Just reduce your front. If they accidentally put a tight end in the game and we missed it, we'll get the guy in next play, but just reduce your front. Hawk big is 5 D linemen, 4 linebackers, and 1 corner and a free hitter. So that's the difference. Double 2-eye, head up, and a 4 and a 6. And this guy is just a simple 4. I see how everything is. Those heels are at 4. He's creeping up a little bit. He needs to get back at 5. But that's what Hawk big looks like in real life. Again, if we had a stem strong, if we think midline's coming, do it just enough to keep him from running midline, thinking that make sure he didn't have this. I had to jump in there early in the game. Second play of the game, he started playing double 2-eyes, and he ran midline down our throat. for 3 yards, and I had to make sure I covered the center just enough for him not to call it. Stem weak, here we go. Anytime that we got on hawk big and they went small, the free hitter would just cover the wide that split out or anything like that, a new wide receiver. And we just kind of got into what we call eagle, which we'll go in a little bit next. And it's just 5 men front and 3, a 5, a 0, and we always slanted to the quarterback's strength. Nothing changed for our linebackers. And that's obviously for one play. Now I'm going to talk to you about our gap exchanges and blitz. This is what we call out strong. The call was out ram. The Mike will just blitz the B gap, okay? He tackles dive. The ends now know their first immediate threat, okay? If they're no longer tackle to dive, they're in charge of the quarterback. Sam and Hawk are always pitch people unless said otherwise. Mike and Will, they're obviously the quarterback to pitch, and free hitter was quarterback to pitch. The D linemen were in charge of dive. If they ran outside veer, the Mike in some instances could pick up the fullback if he leaked, but that usually never happened. If you're the backside of it, so if you wing motions, and we'll talk about it, you're just a leak player. Here's a double out. We just blitz both. It's a double gap exchange. Really, it was just a way to put pressure on them and blitz double B gaps. All it changed was our base rules changed. Nothing's different except for the ends just crash in. This was a kind of a third and short. I thought belly was something. ISO play was happening. You call in. But it doesn't change any of our guys' rules. Quarterback to pitch inside, dive, pitch. Double in, which is, let's get in it. Everyone crash in, and these guys know they're getting ready to scrape one way or the other. And then this was our second and final gap exchange was, if we call blood, the Sam now takes the quarterback, and the Mike takes the pitch. This was something where we really didn't run. Anytime I called it, it didn't really kind of work out the way I wanted it. But in theory, the outside linebacker pipes the quarterback, gets him to pitch it quickly. Our inside linebacker scrape right over top. And we ran it enough to where the quarterback knew it was honest, and it did its job. That's just double blood. So now we're going to talk about our run fits out of hawk, big, and small, okay? So these 4 guys, and keep in mind, the free hitter's responsibility every time was quarterback to pitch, and he shuffled. If the quarterback opened to the right, shuffle to the right, wait to make sure it was a run play, not a pass, and then he just filled inside out alley. So the Mike and the Sam were always on the right side, and they keyed this wing. The Will and the Hawk keyed this wing. There was no cross reading, none of that. So if they inserted, this inside linebacker knows he is filling right away, attacking the outside shoulder. The Mike knows that he's going away. He's going to make sure they don't run counter option. And the second they don't, he's the cutback backside fill player. And I think that's important. And obviously you have your backside outside linebacker, counter reverse and boot. And then obviously pursuit. Your play side outside linebacker is if he inserted, you fill right away. And you're at the outside, and you might force and bounce play. If they bounce, you got to be able to pick it up. If he tries to go outside, force it back inside. Here's the same way going the other way. So this guy, the right wing inserts, the Mike attacks the outside shoulder. The Will is your fourth bounce player. Not the Will, that should be the Sam. Your Will is the backside player, and the Hawk is counter reverse and boot, and then you pursue. Hopefully that's never the case. Your traditional insert to me is when in the triple option they don't like the motion a ton, and he's right here. Anytime he's right here, they knew that they're getting ready to come and fill. Expecting ISO or the ball going this way. So, again, the Will attacks the outside shoulder, force bounce player. Mike is a cutback field player. And the Sam is counter reverse boot, and then you pursue. Same thing going the other way. Here we go. If he arch blocks, the key for the wing is the arch block is he is going to block the alley player. This is the alley player. The overhang is our alley player. So this wing is going to come and try to block him. You got to fight over top, attack his outside shoulder with your inside arm, keep your outside arm free, and go tackle the pitch. Arch means they're blocking you. If you're the Will, the play side linebacker here, and you wing arch blocks, you're tight as the tightest right here, and you got quarterback to pitch. And usually the quarterback will be about right here, and clean as clock. If you see him pitch it, flat down the line and pursue to the ball. Free hitter, same thing. Shuffle, quarterback's going this way, inside out approach. Right here, the backside linebacker is here for anything that leaks for the fullback. If our D-line kind of just didn't do their job. And the Sam is your kind of reverse and boot, and then pursue. This is really good right here. We did a good job against it. And it's the same thing going the other way. Your Sam, fight over top, tackle the pitch. Arch means they're blocking you. If they wing arch, you got to scrape tightest to tightest, tackle the quarterback. If the quarterback, you see the quarterback pitch, then you can go tackle the pitch. Backside linebacker, dive, cut back, fill hard. And then the outside linebacker, counter reverse, boot, and pursue. Next, we're going to talk about pipe block. Anytime that our inside linebackers were getting after it, the year before, they would send their wing and go straight to our inside linebacker. So the best part is this year we were keying them. So when this wing come out straight to him, just scrape tightest to tightest, attack the outside shoulder, doesn't change anything. But the only thing you know is pipe means they're coming after you. The hawk, you got a free release to the pitch. Get there. Free hitter is also quarterback to pitch. Mike, you got your dive cutback player, fill hard. Sam, your backside outside linebacker is counter reverse boot and pursuit. Same thing going the other way. Okay. Pipe means you're blocking the inside linebacker. Get off the block. Okay. Attack the outside shoulder and get after it. Okay. Don't get blocked. They'll come in fast. You just dip and rip to the outside, and Sam tackle the pitch. Backside linebacker, dive cut back. Backside outside linebacker, counter reverse, boot and pursuit. Next is the counter option. Okay. Just because your guy motion doesn't mean we take our eyes off of him. We got to make sure he goes. Okay. If he turns back around and runs a counter, guess what? That's an arch block. He's coming to block you. Go tackle the pitch. Attack the outside shoulder. Tightest to tightest. Backside cutback player. And counter reverse boot. Okay? Free hitter. That's why we don't key wings. We key quarterback. He opens up this way. Shuffle. Make sure there's no pass play. Quarterback to pitch. Here's going the other way. Okay, now we're going to talk about eagle, okay? And this was really good, and it's one of the best change-ups I've seen. And this is kind of closer to what I do philosophy. Why? It's 3 D-line, 5 linebackers, 2 corners, and 1 free hitter, okay? So this is kind of what it looks. It's a 50 front. The only difference is instead of head up on the wing, you're on the outside shoulder of the end man on the line of scrimmage, which is tackle. And everyone should be playing at 4. This guy's creeping up a little bit here, and it's just it's the same alignment for outside linebacker and hawk, 5x3, 5x3, and just let our best player in the middle do his thing and our best athlete do his thing. So he's sitting at 4 and he's sitting at 7. They're keying the quarterback. Okay, quarterback opens to the left. It's shuffle, and go. Read and react. Go quarterback to pitch. Quarterback to pitch. These outside guys are pitchman, and these guys are first immediate threat. So if it's dive, tackle dive. If it's quarterback, tackle quarterback. Anytime they got in 31 personnel, we just reduced and just kind of got in hawk big necks. So the cornerback would reduce with the tight end and outside shade, and basically nothing changed, man. The cornerback just is now the new outside linebacker rule right here. All you do is the end and first immediate threat, and whether that's dive or quarterback, just tackle him. Our run fits, okay? Something that we had to practice is in this look, they're going to probably try to tackle or block our best player. Anytime that you see the wing go crazy down inside like this, we did what we called a hot. He would go tackle the quarterback, and our best player would scrape all the way over the top and get there for the pitch. And then obviously your backside linebacker is your league player. Anything that kind of got through, you got to tackle, kind of reverse boot. And then our play side outside linebacker right here, your hot with your first immediate threat. Same way going the other way. Anytime you got an arch block, right over top, quarterback to pitch, leak. Play to you, first immediate threat, play away from you, counter reverse boot. And that's it going the other way. Anytime that we got an ISO play, I knew we were kind of leaky there, and I knew they were going to try to come run this at us. We got to be better, okay? So we got to be ready for it, and we practice it. So anytime that you got this guy insert, he's reading this guy. He knows the ball's going this way. 33 and 9 went in attack. He's your kind of like you take your inside arm and squeeze your area, force it in here. If they bounce it, you tackle it, but you're your force player. In 33-9, we'll be right here, attack the play inside, and he's a league player, and then counter reverse boot for the Sam. Will be a force player, and that was the same thing going the other way. This is kind of how it looks on a practice schedule. I know this probably seems like a lot, but it's not. And I'm more than willing to sit down and help you get a broader understanding. Well, when I was first putting together this defense, it was stressful. I rehearsed it quite a bit, and it worked out. But here's what we did on Monday, okay? We always had the scouting report team meeting. Took about 15 minutes. Your tackling circuit, we always did every Monday, 10 minutes. And then we had 25, 30 minutes of defensive time on the field. So we just did a collaboration indie period. And your free hitter and your linebackers do read drill together. Every day we did this together, defending the triple. And all it was, we took that key, we just reduced it to halfway. We knew our best guys would play on the left, or other guys were going to play on the right. And quite frankly, how it worked out is they were always on the left, so they stayed on the left. Then they went and became a wing, so they understood it. And I would sit behind them. Say, this is arc, pipe, go away, insert. And we just rep it, as many reps as we could get. And the free hitters were working it, and we had a quarterback, and that was kind of how it worked. And just get the footwork down. The D-line, just work on your base, which is what we just call board drill, okay? And if you didn't have an in or an out call, your job was to take that guy in front of you and drive him back and look inside. So, extension, drive, peek inside, and tackle the dive. And if they're trying to run outside the ear or anything outside of you, well, get penetration so it disrupts their course. So we spend that day on base tech, 10 minutes. Corners worked on man tech. The corners got the easiest job in the world. They played man to man on the wide receivers, nothing else. We just eliminate them by default, and we play 8 on 8, 9 on 9, whatever it is. And then at the end, instead of walk-through formations and how we're going to defend it, we do air option. It's a 15-minute period We got 2 huddles for scout team. If you can't, it's just one, and you might have to reduce it. You're just not going to get as many reps. And I just wrote plays, and it's with no D line, just trash cans, and or if you have line tape, use line tape. Make sure the D line just doing base everything good, and all you need is 2 wings, a fullback and a quarterback, and wide receivers or a tight end, and we spent 7 minutes on Hawk big and small, and 7 minutes on Eagle, and everything was good. It was good reps. Now you kind of put it together, making sure your outside linebackers, inside linebackers are reading keys, and I always had. We kind of made it work with our outside and inside linebacker coach, myself and Coach Spain, and we just kind of worked together, man. I would always coach one side, he coached the other side. So we got to make sure that they're doing the right thing, getting off blocks, or they're doing a cutback up. And everything was great when we did it. Good reps. And again, if you can get 2 huddles, man, do 2 huddles. That's why you only need 5 players. So really, if you got 10 leftovers, everything's perfect. We just do one play or the other, back and forth, and make sure it was really good. And no football. Making sure they're tackling the responsibility and have good eyes and good integrity. Tuesday, we always did a turnover circuit, so that didn't change. We preached go get one. We still can't change our ways. Okay, that was 10 to 12 minutes. Then we did a collaboration indie, same as yesterday, but today, on Tuesday, the D-line works the in and out stunts. And then linebackers still doing read drill with the free hitters. Inside run perimeter period is 15 minutes. Flip your linebackers and free hitter halfway through for maximized reps. Okay? So I would always do the strong side for 7 minutes, and then the weak side would be getting their action or defending the triple option, and then flip-flop it halfway. So that way we're getting so many more reps and really the same amount of time. And it was really good. Less guys meant we get better quality reps, and it was really good. Then we did a mini team triple option on there, just like we did the end of the day on Monday. 2 huddles, and then we did a team period for 15 minutes. We had about 45 to an hour on Tuesday, and I didn't feel rushed. I didn't feel like this was hard to put in. And then Wednesday, everything was pretty simple. Wrap up Wednesday, tackling circuit, 10 to 12 minutes. Collab Indy, same as yesterday, but the D-line works air front for Eagle. Inside run perimeter period, 15 minutes. Flip linebackers, we did Eagle. Mini team, Eagle. Triple option on air. 2 huddles, team, 15 minutes. I forgot to mention on Tuesday, we just did Hawk. Wednesday was Eagle. So that way they see it. And then that's the end of my presentation. But on Wednesday, we were able to just focus on one thing. Thursday, just kind of put it all together. I didn't really care to share my Thursday one because it's just different variations. But just make sure you script them. Make sure you script and stem, all that good stuff. Really, I want to show you about 19 clips about what we do so you can kind of put it all together here. And after that, man, I'm able to share, and I can send you this game film, anything you want. So, first and foremost, this is first play of the game, okay? This is side in here. We got Hawk Big, okay? He looks like, and we get to the end zone film. He's in here, inside this guy. So my guy knows he's looking right at him, okay? So he knows that he's probably about to insert. So let's watch these 2 guys here. First play. Insert, he fills, attacks the outside shoulder, makes the play. 40, did what he was trying to do top. I always teach him try to fight over top. Probably should have went underneath. But 30 did a really good job. Counter reverse boot, counter pursuit. Right here, right there for the cutback. 33, let's see how he did over here. Perfect. Maybe throw a little harder. Good. Free hitter, kind of shuffle, go. Make a play. This is good football right here. That's a hell of a play. He's a mean son of a gun right here, man. Take on an ISO block and still make the play. You know? So second play of the game. Here we go. Now let's see here. Going away. 30 doing a good job. 40 doing a good job going to the quarterback. Everything was great. This was perfect. You talk about being Titus to Titus here. Let's see how tight he was. You should be tighter than this, as tight as this guy right here. And just like that, it's gone. That's bad end zone film. I'm going to get a hold of Dan Bird for that one. But 9 doing a good job here. Sees his guy go away. Cut back. Perfect. It's 33, kind of reverse boot. Only thing I don't like is our free hitter is stuck in inside here. So, but then we're going to show you this is probably the best. And this is why the free hitter is so important. He'll bail you out. Okay? My best player did not do his job here. He went and tackled the dive here. But since he went inside and tackled the dive, he knows he's got pitch. Watch my free hitter come up and make a play. That's it. The free hitter is kind of a tough son of a gun to deal with. Okay? Let's see how he does. See, shuffle, opens up, go, boom. Downhill, inside out. That's a hell of a tackle, man. And this is how you play football right here. 40. Wind goes away. Getting anything leak. Great. That's just bought in. That's getting after it. And you want to talk about how excited, man. Well, we're forced to 3 and out for probably the first time in 4 years against these Cats. And look how excited our sideline is, man. They're ready. They know this is a big game. Coaches are excited. This was a big deal. Again, here's Hawk Big, and this is our second drive of the game. Okay? So here it is. Arc block. 40 got a little eye wander in here. But 9 did a really good job. Cut back. Everything was good here, except for 40 here. He kind of got a little greedy. Here's the end zone film of it. Arc block. Good. Now, 30, don't need to keep fighting outside. So, here's a Hawk Small. You get a team rattled the way we got them rattled. They're going to do stuff like this. Last year or the year before, they threw the ball 0 times inside their 40-yard line, according to huddle. Now, I'm sure it's scramble, stuff like that. So they don't throw the ball down here. But now they're feeling a little desperate here. Boom. We go make a play, man. Our kids are making a play. Why we like our guy at 5 yards? 30 can now see this guy. He's stretching out all the way out here. He's running with them. Okay, number 9 kind of just saw he was pulling up right here, kind of just sitting there looking for the flat. We have everything covered. Playing loose man out here. This is as good as it gets. 30 running with the wheel here. Boom. You can't do it any better than that. The only thing better than what we could have done is Scoop and actually scored this, extended it. Believe it or not, Xena scored their first touchdown of the game the very next play because our offense gave up a 99-yard touchdown, but fumble return for a touchdown. It was not fun. But again, this is a big-time play. Free hitter, kind of just in no man's land, but that's kind of what he's told to do. And that's just big-time football here. We talk about Hawk Big again. Let's see what we got here. Insert, fill, boom. Let's see how he does here. Insert, He's got to fill harder. If that would have leaked, it wouldn't have been good. Let's see how 40 does. Good. I told him he could start going underneath to get in there. That's big-time football. Everything about it. And again, he just made a play that I don't even know how to explain. 3rd and 13, they knew that we're keying him. They're trying to hold my guy. And he still did his job, but still realized and found the ball and made a big-time play. Everything about this play was good, man. You got your free hitter coming downhill, getting ready to make a play. Boom. A little bit more downhill. It's too lateral. Let's see how our outside linebacker was doing. That's a penalty. Our corner's got to do a better job cracking and replacing that. We probably didn't work on it enough. But still a heck of a play. And he got us off the field. Here's a kind of the end zone view of it. Good. Here's our Hawk Small. So we got 30 personnel. Forty just got to do a better job a little early on, but again, this is really good, man. That's what you call your pipe block. See that he's coming right at him. Eyes got a little sluggish going inside. There's a trust element, it looks like. But he still fought over the side. Boom, made a play. Boom. Good. And this is actually a Hawk Small adjustment. So this is when we got, I forgot to label this. So we got caught in big personnel, Hawk big personnel, and our free hitter now had to go play corner, and we just played a 5-4. Perfect. Third and 10. Out stunt. Boom. Here's a Hawk Small. This was the seal the deal. I think when you got it as good as what we did right here, and kids bought in, everyone bought in. I think it's probably my favorite clip, man. Again, we're talking 84-0, 2 years in a row against these cats. And watch these kids, man. They know they won this game. This was about 8 seconds left in the game. And this was it, man. The kids knew it. This was the start of our great year, man. This was about as fun as I ever had coaching. So here, I'm going to show you my out stunt. I'm going to show you our gap schemes, and then we'll get into our eagle. Out means you're blitzing B gap. He goes out, and he becomes, these two guys switch jobs, the inside linebacker and the D-line here. Good. 54 got a little up the field, but you still made him panic a little bit, rerouted the quarterback's way, and boom. That was good. So I knew on 2nd and 2 that, hey, they didn't pick this up very well. So I kept that in mind. And then we got 2 plays later, 4th and 1. We held them tight. I called a double out. This is what it looks like. Boom. See how 54 is right there ready to make a play? He didn't get up the field as much. He would have been right there. That play was doomed from the start. Here's the end zone film of it. Boom. 33 is ready for the pitch. 3 hitters there. It's a big time stop. This changed the game. We were down 14-0, and we ended up scoring right here. We kind of knew we were going to win this game. Here's your in stunt. Again, it changes nothing base rules. It just crossed the guy's face. The only thing is 42 just did not get off his block here. It should have been about a 2-yard gain. 42 just kind of got stuck attacking a full man, not a half a man. Just never got off that block. So, but 40 did a good job. Just kind of did it rule. Everyone did it good except for one guy. And clearly I don't know how to wear a mask. That's just on my chin. That's not good. That's not good. I hope the CDC isn't watching this in March. Here's our eagle front. Okay, kind of a 5-3. We came out there the 3rd or 4th series of the game, man, and this really messed with them. But they came out and run ISO, and we blew it up. This was good. Taking on, good. The nose, we always slanted him to the quarterback strength. Boom. This was really good. If for some reason he would have leaped, 40 would have been right there to make the play. 9 did a good job. This was good. So the very next play, run 3 yards here. Again, perfect. Everyone's doing their responsibility. 9 working quarterback to pitch. 33 going out there for the pitch. Everything's good here. Boom. Gorgeous. Shuffle, downhill. Trusting everyone's going to do their job in here. 62 doing a good job not getting shot block. Boom. 16 doing his job. 2 scraping down the line. Getting in the action here. 40 leaking. It's everyone doing their job, man. It's good football. And then this right here, man, this is how you play football here at Eagle. Okay, arch block. Now they run rocket. Okay, wash 30 here. Boom. He ain't getting reached. Arch block. Nope, no thank you. Number 9, come make a play. Always like highlighting that, coach, man. When you got kids that believe in what you're doing and you believe in what we're doing, and you got guys flying around, man. You got other opposing coaches freaking out. Getting off reach blocks, attacking a half a man, not getting blocked, forced to cut. And then you got your free hitter and your inside linebacker right there ready to make a play. Just good job. There's the end zone film. Get on your high horse, have a motor, boom. Here's our adjustment of us reducing an eagle. You just reduce it right here. First immediate threat, tackle him. Did a really bad job there. But it was 3rd and 21, so it was no big deal. Here's another eagle for us. Good. 40 getting over top. Probably should do a better job attacking a half a man here. Here's the eagle again. Boom. It's really hard to block with a bare front. With a slanting nose. We put our fastest guy. He's unblockable. Slanting. And he had a hard time sometimes remembering what to do. But I tell you what, man. This year, he was so good for us. He knew what we were doing. 42 just got hurt here. I forgot all about that play. But this is just good football. Again, if he was a left-handed quarterback, we'd be going to slant to his right. But he's a right-handed quarterback, so our defense slanted to the left every time out of that. So, and that's kind of all I have for you guys. Again, my name is Michael Derry, defensive coordinator out here in Fairborn High School in Ohio. If you have any questions, Bandstra, I'm sure will put my contact info in the video bio, but I'll just say it. My Twitter is at mderry, DERRY _73. And my email is mderry@fairborn.k12.oh.us. Nick, I appreciate you taking the time and reaching out to me and letting me do this video. I'm not going to buff my chest too much, but I still take ibuprofen for carrying the team. This defense carried us this game, so I'm still taking ibuprofen for carrying the team. My back is still out of place, man, but it was a blessing coaching this game. I know you had a blast. This was watching our offense put up 21 in the second half. It was awesome, Seth. But this defense is phenomenal. I was a little suspected of it first until I started studying it, and you see it in practice. It works, man. I'm telling you, it does. And it's gorgeous. That's all I have for you guys today, and I hope you guys are staying safe, and thank you very much.